Hey everyone, happy Friday and welcome to Kentcore. I am your host, Micah Beck, and we are very, very thrilled to be back this week to bring you an amazing performance. This is Anya Van Rose.
Hey, what do you say? Let's go for a walk so we can talk about the golden age. I don't want to let you down, so we can forget for a while about all the ways we've changed. Don't you think the end is strange? Yeah, it's been a while since I put on a smile for your videotape. All you have of me, you can fit in a box underneath your bed, 'cause it used to mean something. I'm not gonna let you keep me standing in the shade, 'cause I'm breaking free from illusion of the golden age. What a mess that we made. Now it's so impossible to keep me in the shade. You and the way you hesitate. If you can't be sure about it, then how can you be sure of anything? I'm not gonna let you keep me standing in the shade, 'cause I'm breaking free from illusion of the golden age. Hey, what do you say? Let's go for a walk so we can talk about the golden age. That was Golden Age off of my first EP. I'm gonna play a song off of my brand new record, Lucky Stars. The song is called Apology, but recorded my first full-length record with Real Grey Records in Canton. That's where I'm from. And this is one of my favorite to do live. I normally perform with a band, but really excited to be here tonight. Thanks for having me, everyone. You did a number on my mind. You had me looking for a That's Apology. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. I gotta adjust my amp just a sec. All right, this one's called So Much for That. It's kind of about being in high school and wanting to find your place musically, creatively, but high school kids being jerks about it. Real story. I was 14 years old, in line for Battle of the Bands. It was high school after dark, where we all threw much for that. That's the last track on my record, Lucky Stars. I'm gonna play one more song. This is an unreleased song. I finalized it for I'm doing a collaboration with the Canton Symphony Orchestra in Canton, January 25th. And I recorded this song for them to arrange string parts to. So I'm really excited about that. It's been written for a long, long time. My hands are growing old, but the side of you is my story untold. These hours expiring are the beginning and the end of days unfolding. Please do not remember me like this, and won't you keep the urban legends from the kids, for the time that I spent making us a name. I give it all to see the sound of coming days, when the light of coming days no longer cast a shadow in my place. Don't send roses in my name, would you just tell the ones I love that it's okay? How can I recall the time we keep, when the days to come are emerging memories? I will trace the lines until it's you I see, but don't retrace when you go on without me. When the sun is up and I am gone, don't you let my shadow linger on. Do not fear the coming days. There is love in letting go, and it's okay. It's coming days. Thank you so much for having me.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Anya, for that stunning performance. We are going to take a quick break here. In just a few minutes, we will be talking with Anya and maybe even play a game or two. Stay right here. Kentcore will be right back. And welcome back to Kentcore. Tonight we are here to chat with local musician Anya Van Rose, who just played us an amazing set. Anya, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Anya Van Rose from Canton, Ohio. I've been on the scene for a long time. I help run Real Grey Records in Canton, where I recorded the record. So
awesome.
a little bit about me.
Yeah, like I said, you sounded amazing tonight. I got the like dream pop and indie vibes tonight. Is that, am I getting that right, do you think? Is that kind of the vibe you're hoping to get?
Yeah, I have a lot of songs on the record that lean into that vibe. And then I have some heavier songs that I wouldn't consider dream pop, but you're definitely hearing the right vibe for sure.
Right. I was definitely getting like the feel of like, Peach Pit and Hers and Sales, like some of those musicians and bands. I was kind of getting that vibe out of it. So
nice.
I'm glad that that's what you're going for. So what kind of feelings do you hope your listening audience will kind of be feeling when they're listening to your music?
I think that with my music, I write a lot for myself and knowing that if I write authentically from that place, that it will likely resonate with someone else. Hopefully people like it, but I think first you have to be, like as an artist, authentic with what you're doing musically so that, I guess I don't hope people feel something, but I hope it resonates with them in whatever way they interpret it.
Yeah, awesome. So I want to ask you a few questions about your background a little bit. You mentioned you're from Canton. What got you into music making?
Yeah, I mean, when I was 12, my dad gave me my first guitar, and we would play Beatles songs together. I had some musical people in my life at different points growing up, and so I was always drawn to music and the people that made music. So I think it helped develop me a lot as an artist.
Wow, yeah. You mentioned guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, actually, I went to Kent State for guitar. I studied classical guitar here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I graduated with a music major, but I played clarinet and piano. And that's pretty much where I draw the line. Like I took trumpet classes here just for fun, but definitely not, like I couldn't pick up the trumpet and do much, so.
Have you ever incorporated any of those instruments outside of guitar, like in any music that you've made, or do you ever plan to? Or? Yeah,
my really good friend, Austin Wolf, he's in my band, he plays bass for me, and I've played clarinet on his record, and I love singing harmonies, and so I've done a lot of that type of session work on like friends' records, but I would love to do clarinet on my own songs here, so hopefully that's in the future.
Awesome, yeah, that would be pretty cool. So start to finish, what's like your typical song making process like? Like how long does it usually take you like to finish a song, like beginning to end?
Yeah, that song, so the last song I just played was like years in the making. I think it sat on the sidelines after a while, and I ended up getting a friend involved to help finish it. But, sometimes songwriting is magical, and it just happens, and the song flows, and it comes out, within a day or two. But there's times where as a songwriter, I've learned that you have to labor over it sometimes. You can't just wait for the inspiration to fall into place. It's work sometimes. So there's no cookie cutter answer. They all come differently for me, but
yeah,
I've learned a lot. Yeah, doing it that way.
So you mentioned that you tour with a backup band. Are you usually working with other producers when you're making music, or is this kind of like entirely all you?
It's mostly me. I have the final like creative decision, but I self-produced this last record. I brought it up here just as a visual.
There we go.
Lucky stars. I got a friend. His name's Jake Trombetta, and he's been an inspiration to me musically. And he plays in a band called Glenn Laser, and he helped me co-produce this record and help me bring it to completion. But I bring the songs pretty much complete, and then he was able to add some instrumentation that I wasn't hearing before. So yeah, it was a collaborative effort with the production.
Awesome. Yeah, you mentioned working at a recording studio in Canton. What was the name of it again?
It's called Real Gray Records.
Real Gray Records.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked with any other bands? Has Real Gray gotten to work with other bands in the area as well?
Yes. I mean, we have tons of bands come through the studio. We run a songwriting nonprofit too that meets once a month. And there's lots of artists and bands that we've recorded. you know, like my bass player's band called Funny Bones that I've sung on, and I have so many friends, you know, that have recorded there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a thriving community of creatives, and I love it.
That's great. Yeah, that's definitely really cool to have that community, and also the nonprofit too. That's some really cool stuff there.
It's amazing.
So I saw your biggest song, "Pretty Please." It has over 10,000 streams on Spotify right now. First off, great job. I know that's definitely no easy feat. Do you think that was the song that like you expected to really blow up?
Well, I think that I did spend some time, you know, pushing that song when I was releasing the record, and it became my favorite because of the mood and the vibe. But yeah, it did naturally take off. I think once I pushed it a little bit, people did latch on to that one, and yeah, it's exciting to watch. To watch the streams. My first EP I released in 2020, and nothing really happened with it because we couldn't tour it or anything.
Right.
So like this is so fun to do this record, put it out, and like watch people enjoy it.
Yeah, that is really cool. Is it like intimidating, like having a song that kind of has some exposure and like virality to it? Is that like nerve-wracking at all, or are you just like content with that? I
mean, for me, I think that, like I said, I'm doing this because I love it, you know, and you put work out into the world, and you know, it's like your little baby, and you hope that like people love it and like it. But I didn't have like huge expectations for streams or exposure. Like I'd hoped that it would, but you know, I think because I love it and I'm doing it because I love it, you know, that takes a lot of that anxiety and pressure off.
Right, cool. So I've got to ask the question, who are some of the people that kind of helped you develop this musical style that you've played tonight? What are some of your biggest influences in everything you do? Yeah,
my friend John King, he's in a band called Shame Chamber, and he's been a big inspiration to me throughout my whole musical journey. You know, I've watched him play in bands, and he really helped me develop the heavier sound and, you know, some of the grit that you're hearing. My favorite band right now is Wednesday, and they're heavier, and I love slow pulp. Julia Jacqueline and Jessica Lee Mayfield. I've purchased pedals just because Jessica has them, but yeah, those are some of my biggest influences, style-wise.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely heard a bit of Wednesday in there.
Did you? Tonight. I love Wednesday.
Thanks for sharing. So before the show, I researched it a little bit, and I found that you did an interview with IdeaStream a couple months back, like up in Cleveland. Do you think, what was it like getting to talk to one of the like bigger, you know, outlets, you know?
Yeah, I tried not to think about that too much because I didn't want to freeze up and be starstruck. Right. But it was really cool to hear after the fact. People were like, "Oh, I was on my way to work and I heard you on IdeaStream." You know, I guess I didn't realize, like, because I didn't want to think about it, but I didn't realize how huge that was. A lot of people heard about my record through that. And Amanda Rabinowitz is amazing. She's just passionate for what she does, the person who interviewed me. So I love that lady.
Yeah, and I saw in the article they talked about some music videos that you've created as well. What was that kind of like? I did watch a little bit of a couple of them. What was it like to like create a music video and, you know, go through the whole process? I mean, they were very well done, I'll say. But what was that like? Like, were you kind of pulling all the strings there, or did you work with a lot of people on that? Or
the day of the video, we had 50 plus people on set. You don't see those people on screen, but I had body doubles, and me and my friend Megan, who helped me style the video, and the director Pete Campbell. We really pulled we were chasing people down in parking lots, trying to like, "Hey, I love your car. Will you be in a music video with me?" Wow. Got shut down a lot. We built a parade float, you know, with our own hands, hot glue guns and cardboard. Like, we did everything, you know, from everything that you see was us. It took a year of planning for the Lucky Stars music video. A year of planning, and then like 4 months of hardcore like phone calls and chasing people down, and hey, will your uncle's dad's friend's cousin please let us borrow the car?
No, yeah.
Had to pull a lot together for that, but it paid off.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
fun to watch.
That's very impressive. So
thank you.
Right before our break, is there anything you want to shout out or any upcoming projects that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, my next show is at Mahal's November 17th in Lakewood, and I'm really excited to play that with my friends Post Saga. And then I have a bigger show coming up with the Canton Symphony Orchestra where they're arranging my songs. I mentioned it during my set, but January 25th at the Oracle in Canton. So those are some things I'm really excited about. And then obviously we've been working on new material too at Real Gray. So lots of good things happening.
Awesome, yeah, that's really exciting, and that's really cool that you get to work with the orchestra as well. Thank you for sharing everything.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone, we're going to take one more quick break. Whenever we come back, you can join us for a fun game we will be playing with Anya. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Kentcore. We are here with Anya Van Rose to play a game we would like to call Put a Finger Down. So I'm going to have you start. You're going to put all your fingers up. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, so first one's first. Put a finger down if this is your first live TV experience. All right, so what has it been like so far? Has it been like intimidating at all, or?
I mean, definitely I'm used to playing in a room full of people, and so it was it's definitely different for me to be here, and it's kind of like isolated and quiet, but really fun. You guys are getting great shots. That was what I was looking at when I was playing.
All right,
okay,
cool. So you got 9 left.
Losing.
All right.
Already losing.
All right, put a finger down if you have ever stage dived or crowd surfed.
Oh, that's a dream of mine.
A dream of yours. So you haven't done it yet, but you would like to.
Does this count? I was at a concert and I made my friends lift me up, and I just laid on top of people's heads, and they were mad and wouldn't let me crowd surf. But I tried, and I sat on top of like a crowd of people.
The attempt was made. So I don't know, what's the verdict?
Wait,
I think so.
I lose if I put it down. No, I've never done it.
You win or lose. You can look at it however you want.
Okay. I'm really,
I think it qualifies. You at least attempted.
All right.
So, all right. Put a finger down if you actively listen to country music.
No.
No. Please do tell why.
I just don't. I can't. I can't do it. I like some older country stuff. Well, especially now I'm going back because there's like Shania Twain. I think we're covering a Shania Twain song. So I like 90s country.
That's fair.
Okay, so no, I don't actively listen to it.
Okay, cool.
Complicated
I'm the
answer.
same way. So yeah, the older country, cool. I'm not as much a fan of the modern country, but yeah, I'm on the same page with you.
Okay, cool.
Put a finger down if you have ever been on tour. So you're keeping them up. Are you hoping to get to a tour in the future?
I'm planning a tour right now. Yes.
Oh, okay.
In the summer.
Cool.
Yes.
Is there anything you can tell us about that?
No. No, we're planning a Midwest tour this upcoming year, and the boys. I'm in a band full of boys, so they're excited to bro it up in the van, and we've been just talking about it. So yeah, we're planning one. So
that's exciting.
Yeah,
so
I'm outside of Ohio. I've played a lot in Ohio. So.
Yeah, that's actually one of my other ones. Is put a finger down if you've ever played out of state.
Oh, I sang karaoke out of state.
Was it one of?
It doesn't count.
Have you ever performed like one of your pieces out of state?
Yeah, I think I have. I kind of grew up in Florida for a part of my childhood.
Okay.
And I did play music then, so I'll put one down.
Cool. Yeah. How long were you in Florida?
I lived there with my dad in 6th grade. Fascinating stuff. Yeah.
And you were playing music.
Yeah, he's the one that gave me my first guitar. It was around then where I was like really interested in learning.
So you learned the guitar in Florida.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I think that counts.
Okay, cool.
Put a finger down if you have ever written a love song for a specific person.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure, even if you haven't released it or not, everyone has done that. But do tell a little more about that.
Oh, well, Lucky Stars is obviously a love song about a specific person who's my significant other, who is the man in the lawn chair in the video, if you've seen it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like singing to him, and he's, acting like he's impressed. So that's him. The song's about him, and he's in the video. So
that's really cool.
he kind of stole my thunder. He has a fan club. His name's
really?
Evan. Yeah, he's got a little fan club after that video. So.
Oh, just from the video?
Yep.
Wow.
Stole my thunder. I love it.
That's really cool. Put a finger down if your music has ever either caused you a controversy or gotten you in trouble.
Ooh, has my music gotten me in trouble? I think I used to write, maybe. I think I've been asked about, like, hey, what did that mean? You know? Somebody asked, hey, yeah, like when you're a songwriter and you put it all out there and you write about it, you're putting it out there for people to hear, and sometimes those people know exactly who it's about. So yeah, I would say I've gotten in trouble for my music.
Yikes. But did it end up getting resolved, or?
I think honesty is it's always good to have honesty out on the table. So yeah, I mean, I would say in the end, having that honesty and transparency, we'll call that a win.
Cool.
Always.
Always. Put a finger down if you have ever dropped a mic, or whether it be on purpose or on accident. Have you ever dropped a mic?
No. Nope. I've hit my tooth on a mic. Yeah.
Oh, how did you do that?
I think it's a common thing with musicians. Everyone has their like hit a tooth on the mic story. Yeah, like where you think you might have lost a tooth.
Oh no.
But I'm not putting a finger down because I've never done a mic drop or thrown a mic on the floor or anything like that.
Well, that's good at least. But
Yeah.
for the hitting your tooth, I mean, did that end up okay?
Oh yeah, I have my teeth still. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah, for now, until it happens again.
Until it happens again. Put a finger down if you have ever broken a guitar string live on stage.
Oh, no, I have not.
Oh, really?
No.
Have you, I'll extend that question a little bit. Have you ever had anything go wrong on stage before, like performing live?
Oh yeah, yeah, that happens. Like you'll start playing and nothing's coming out. Usually it's like a pedal's unplugged or something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, but yeah, things go wrong. Things do.
Oh,
It
I
just
imagine.
happens.
Is there any like extraordinary case, like where like you were kind of concerned a little bit, or?
I think we've always been able to like overcome things up to this point. Like we haven't had any emergencies or anything.
That's good at least.
Yeah, but it is scary sometimes where you're like, I hope all the batteries are working and everything's plugged in, and
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with anything live, you know, it's always just hoping that everything goes well
Yeah.
and just trying to problem solve if it doesn't.
Exactly.
So, cool. Put a finger down if you have ever stayed up till midnight to listen to an album release.
Oh, yeah, I would say I've done that.
Okay, what's the most recent time? What's the most recent album?
My own album.
Your own album.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's valid.
self-absorbed. No, yeah, yeah. I think the releasing stuff at midnight is really funny, but it is exciting to stay up and listen, you know, and get to celebrate with people.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, my own album is probably what I've done that with more recently.
What's another one that you've stayed up for?
There was this girl, I almost don't even remember her name, but I remember discovering her like right when her album dropped, like the day of. I don't know if that counts, but yeah, probably, maybe it's just my own and I'm a liar. I don't know.
Put a finger down if you have ever stayed up for an unhealthy amount of time writing a song.
Oh yeah.
Which song do you think you spent like the most time? I know you explained the one that you spent a year on, but as far as like in one session, what do you think, like out of the music that you have out right now, what's the longest time you've spent on one of those, and which one is it?
I feel like it was the last one. I mean, I know you said other than that, but that one was significantly, like I remember being committed to finishing it, and I spent like an entire day and it still wasn't finished. And then I brought it to my friend, and I knew that it was special and that I had to commit to finishing it. And so, yeah, that was one that I pushed really hard on, that I wasn't going to give up. So even when I didn't feel the inspiration. So
Would you say you lost a lot of sleep over that one, or?
No, I mean, probably not, but I've definitely accidentally drank a caffeinated bubbly water, and I was wondering why I was like up. I was in the garage. I had set up the garage as a practice space, and I was like up at 3 a.m. and I'm like, why? I'm like, if I don't go to bed at 10:30, I'm not okay.
Right.
And then I realized it was a caffeinated sparkling water, and that'll do it for me. So that's a songwriting tip if you want to stay up and write.
Is there any other one that you've had where you've just like spent like a really long time at once?
You know, sometimes I feel like I have, like I can't remember writing. Like I can't, sometimes the song is there and I don't even remember the process. I just have the song to show for it, so.
Well, cool, yeah. All right, so it looks like you ended up with 3 fingers left. That concludes our game tonight. So I don't know if you win or lose, but
I
you ended
win.
up with 3 left, so. All right, well, everyone, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have here tonight. Thank you again, Anya, for joining us. You can check her out at the socials shown on your screen and on anywhere that you stream music. And do be sure to follow kentcore as well. That is at kentcore TV2 on Instagram and online at kentcoretv2.com.temp.snowsites.com. We've got lots of cool articles being posted there. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I have been your host, Micah Beck, and this has been Anya Van Rose, and this has been Kentcore. We will see you all soon. Peace.